My name's Julianne Richards and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in southern Tasmania. Welcome to Sunday here, Sunday 10 o'clock local time. Hope you've had a great weekend so far. Went and had your democracy sausage, as my family did. We seem to have got a bit of a tradition happening where we all wander down to the same polling booth at the same time and vote and grab our democracy sausages. We don't particularly know what each other votes for, but it doesn't seem to matter too much. It doesn't matter too much. We just all vote, do our, I call it duty, the kids call it a privilege. I suppose that's a slightly different take on things, and then we have a bit of a drink and a sausage afterwards. So it was really nice, actually. My eldest wasn't well, so he missed it. So we had my youngest and his partner, having a democracy sausage, which I suppose I'm told is something uniquely Australian. So, can't be too bad if you get a sausage afterwards. Anyway, okay, Deb double eats her sausages. So that means, what, 2 sausages in one piece of bread? That sounds pretty good to me. The sausage is the best part after all. Our local high school, which is the same high school the kids went to, and almost sadly the same high school I went to, actually the sausages were really like 3 for $5 or something. So although we had the bread, we did have sort of double sausages, which was really quite filling by the time we all walked home. So anyway, welcome to my craft room. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, as I said, good morning, Deb. Okay, so a couple of advertising things before we get started. I usually start a couple of minutes early to get this stuff out of the way before we actually start crafting. What's exciting at the moment? We've got the new catalogue coming, so that's exciting on so many levels. New catalogue starting on the 6th, which is Tuesday here. Really positive about this catalogue. There's a lot of great stuff in there that I really like, so that's a good start. If you actually like the product you're selling, it's always a little bit easier to be enthusiastic about it. So looking forward to this coming 12 months with the new catalogue a great deal. I have my launch. I suppose that's what we can go into next. My launch is the 24th of May. So that's a full-day event where I will craft stuff from the new catalogue. It's also going to be a mix. It's actually a new catalogue and new online exclusives that I'll be crafting with. So it'll be a sort of a mix of the two, just what I like out of both. So when it's my launch, I sort of pick what I like the best. 10 till 4, you actually do get to craft along with me. You get to craft 2 cards, which if you have a look at the graphic on the right, that's that little wedge there with the 2 cards. They're the cards we get to craft together. You'll get 3 brand new items from the new annual catalogue, the paper, the bling and the wonderful embossing folder, and we'll use that with the kit that I send you to make those great cards. There'll be a lot more. There'll be a prize draw. There'll be, what else will there be? Games, if I can get around to organising them. It's a fun day, and it's all recorded, and all the instructions will be in a PDF as well. So it's not like you have to keep tabs on the group forever and ever. You'll get a PDF where you can make the cards as well, not just the ones that we make together, but all the cards that I demonstrate will also be in the PDF as well. So that's it. Now the big thing, you need to hurry with this one. To guarantee to get your stuff by the 24th of May, you have to RSVP and pay by the 6th of May, which is Tuesday. So then I'll get in and order all those lovely products to come directly to you from Stampin' Up. So 6th of May to pay for that one. If you've RSVP'd, I know there's a lot of ladies who said they're keen to come, but I haven't seen any of the money yet. So please pop that money through, or at least, pop it through and then send me a copy of the receipt so I know you've paid, and I'll add you to the list. So anyway, great day, lots of giveaways, and fun. I think it's fun. That's why I keep doing it. Starting also on the 6th, we've got a great joining offer. People often say to me when I buy the starter kit, is there anything that I have to buy? And that's not how Stampin' Up works. You can buy whatever product you want in your starter kit. There's no sort of particular prescribed kit list, although, I mean, of course, I can help you if you would like help to pick the best products to get started with. But no, it's our starter kit offer, and they've actually made it even better this for the month of May, from the 6th of May to the 31st of May. You'll get $303 Australian in product of your choice for $169, and that is with free shipping. So that's also a good saving on that amount of product as well. So $303, that's up from $238, something like that. So it's a great deal, an extra $60, $70 worth of your choice for that $169. And please don't worry, if you become a demonstrator, it doesn't mean you have to actually demonstrate. You don't have to do videos or take classes or do all that scary stuff, although I'm here to help you if you wanted to. You can just buy for yourself. It's always a little bit easier if you've got family and friends who enjoy crafting with you and help you meet those quarterly minimums, but you can just buy for yourself and set up your craft room or get some brand new product with an ongoing 20% discount on top of your starter kit special. So that's a really great offer. Hopefully, you can join my team. My team's called the Chatty Stampers. There's about 22 of us at the moment all over Australia, so you don't just have to be in Tassie, you can be everywhere. We've got ladies right up at Far North Queensland with my lovely Maureen. I've got a couple in WA, all around the place, plus my little group of ladies here in Tassie as well. Okay, so last thing I wanted to show you before we start crafting is my fundraising for the Biggest Morning Tea. This is a nationwide event to raise money for the Cancer Council, and I'm having a morning tea in June. So if you live in Hobart and you fancy coming along to a morning tea, I haven't worked out what we're going to do and how much it's going to cost yet, so please be patient with me there. I'll get launch out of the way first. But any kit that is bought, any Stampin' Up kit that's bought through my online store for the rest of May and June, I will donate my commission, which is around $10 for a $40 kit. I will donate that straight to the Biggest Morning Tea and the Cancer Council. So please keep an eye on that. If you've any kits that you like, it's going to a good cause. You get the kit and I get to donate my money to the Cancer Council, which is always great. If you do put in an order and you happen to pop a kit in there, could you please reach out and let me know that you have, just so I know to calculate the amount of the commission. Sometimes when the kits are in bigger orders, they get all swallowed up and I don't know who's bought what. So, yes, if you do buy a kit as part of this promotion over the next couple of months, please let me know so I know to add that commission to my tally. Okay, so that's my Cancer Council fundraising as well. So here we go, back to my board. I just did, while I was waiting for time to go live, I actually reorganised my bling container. This is my bling container, and I actually just kept all the bling that's ongoing and active and current at the moment. So that's all there. So it was nice to know that I actually had some stuff that I can use going forward and didn't have to sort of put it all in the retired bin. The retired bin is a bit full. There's some full packets there, which I'll probably try and sell secondhand, but there's a lot of partially used packets there as well. So I might pop them in a care package or something like that going forward. Okay, so what are we going to craft with? We are going to craft with a couple of things. Now, this is the With You in Mind stamp set. Now, this was in the last catalogue, and to be honest, I didn't even see it. It was like one of those little gems that are tucked away, and you gloss over them to the big shiny stuff that's sort of got all the gloss. But anyway, this one, the With You in Mind, this is the stamp set that I'm featuring for my beginners course. So if you're watching lots of demos, videos, and you think, oh my goodness, I'd love to start stamping, but I have no idea where to start, my beginners course is often a great way to get started, and we will be featuring this stamp set. I think it's, as I say, I was looking for something to use because I redesigned my my beginner's course every year. And when I came across this one, I thought, wow, this is awesome. And I'm really pleased that I did. The sentiments are big and bulky and bold and really, really are the highlight of it. Happy birthday, thank you, best wishes and thinking of you. I mean, you've got practically every occasion covered right there. And these little bold sort of blocky images just tie in beautifully as well. You've got your cupcake for your happy birthday, star for, best wishes or flowers and things like that, and hearts thinking of you. It's just really, really, it's really nice. So I had a afternoon of, and I haven't brought them out, which was silly. I had an afternoon or a couple of days. Where is it? Excuse me while I disappear, because I wanted to show you the cards. Where are they? Oh, Julianne, here we are. Tucked down below. I had an afternoon putting together the course, and this is basically, there's a bit of extras in there. These are the 10 cards that I came up with, and the rest of what you see in there is what you get with the course. If you're interested, please reach out. But these are the cards, and I thought if we're going to be featuring this stamp set, I would just show you the cards that I created for the course, and then we'll make something else as well. But this is, as I say, keep in mind this is the beginner's course. So the cards are fairly, well, what we'd call simple. It's lots of simple stamping and some early techniques. So we're starting with some very simple stamping, but you can see there the cupcake and the flower and the beautiful happy birthday. We're getting some sort of more techniques and things using the ink pads, and then we get a little bit more complex. We add some layers. Then we add some ribbon and some bling. So you get all the ribbon and the bling to make these cards when you sign up for my beginner's course. More ribbon, then we're sort of making some DIY designer series paper there. Again, we do some stamping off. We do some fussy cutting. I like that one. That one was my favourite, I think. Some tone-on-tone stamping and some fussy cutting. And then we do a really cute, what's the word? Wet wipe wash technique, and we finish off with a fun fold. So that's basically the 10 cards you get when you do my course. And as you can see, those big, bold sentiments, the lovely, wonderful sort of blocky images, they are just really, really cute. And for quick cards, which I'm going to show you today, it's turned into a real find, this particular stamp set. So that's the beginner's course, uses this stamp set, also uses the ink spots just to try and keep the price down a little bit. I do try and keep the price down of this one because I realise that beginners are probably taking those tentative first steps and you don't know whether you're going to enjoy it. You don't want to spend a lot of money on something that you don't think you're going to enjoy. But with this one, at least you get your 10 cards and you've got something to show for it at the end without a huge outlay. Okay, so this is the stamp set we're going to use. We'll just move that aside for a second. We're also going to get our sentiments from the Nested Essentials dies, and these are continuing in the new catalogue, so you can pop and get those if you like them. And we're using the template from my recent fun fold class, although it didn't end up being a fun fold, it's more of a paper stack class. We did 4 cards using this gorgeous Textured Botanicals Designer Series paper. Now, because I wasn't going to have a Zoom for this one, I usually have a Zoom with my lovely fun fold ladies. I thought I'd do them for you today. You can watch along. If you're watching along and you've got your kit handy, why don't you grab it and we can do it together. And then I'll watch the comments if you've got any questions. So, yeah, if you want to grab your kit, if it's sitting there next to you somewhere, grab your kit, grab your trimmer, and we can pop and do these cards together. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do. And I'll show you some other things with the With You in Mind kit as well. So the cards I started with when I did mine yesterday are these, and I've used the Floral Delight Designer Series paper with the beautiful yellow flowers. Here we go. So that's the 4 cards you get with the stack. And again, I said I've used the Nested Essentials for the sentiments. Used some flat dots there for the bling. I'll show you those in a second. And Old Olive. So it's an Old Olive card base with a black layer and Old Olive ink as well. So they're the 4 cards, as I say, with the Floral Delight Designer Series paper. Second guessing myself, I think I probably should have used yellow backing. So I'm going to make another set at one stage with a Daffodil Delight back card base rather than the Old Olive, just to give it a bit more oomph. But that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do it with a different Designer Series paper though. I really, really, really love, and I should use more, the, what is it? Joy of Life Designer Series paper. So this one here, the 12 by 12, 6 by 6, she says, just bringing it out. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It is continuing. It's not in the new catalogue, but it is continuing as a While Stocks Last online exclusive. So if you love this one, please grab it, stock up, because once it becomes an online exclusive, you really don't know how much longer it's going to last. But I've picked these 4 patterns. So whatever Designer Series paper you're going to use, you need to pick 4 designs that complement each other. So with this one, I'm picking it out because I really love the pink and purple sort of combo there. So I'm going to use these 4. If you happen to find a piece of paper that you like both sides of, so say you liked that one but you also wanted to use that one, just grab 2 pieces of that and use one face up and one the other way. So that's what we're going to do. So I've picked the 4 that I like that will go nicely with my Melon Mumbo card bases, and we'll get started. So this is going to make 4 cards. I just grab my trimmer. Oh, hoping it's the trimmer that's got the good blade. I've got 2 trimmers going at the moment. One blade needs a good seeing too. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this is a 6 by 6. Same thing would apply if you had 12 by 12. You're still cutting it to the same size. And if you forgive me, I'm also going to follow my my instructions here a little bit to the side, just so I get the measurements right and don't send my poor class members to the comments to ask what the heck I'm up to. So the paper that you use, you need to cut it to 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. If it's got a particular direction you want to keep, make sure you have it sort of that way, so that it's going the long way. So what did I say? 3 5/8, which is there. So in centimetres, that is 9.8 by 14.4. So you can cut them all separately. You can cut all your pieces separately, or you can cut them if you've got a trimmer that will go through 4 thicknesses. By all means, do them all at once. So pop that to the side. I had the class here with ladies the other day who were doing this together, and they got confused. They kept this one and tried to make it fit, but this bit here, get far, far away. You don't want to get confused. And 5 3/8. Which is for 13.7 by the looks of things. Yeah, 13.7. So 9.2 by 13.7 centimetres. Get rid of those little bits as well. Now these little bits here actually are very handy if you like to fill in the centre of your, pop it in the inside of your card just to take that colour. Okay, so we've got 4 pieces all the same. 3 5/8 by 5 3/8, just to confuse matters. Okay, so what we're going to do is grab all 4 of those. We're going to do our first cut at 1 1/8, which is 2.9. Okay, so we've got 2 parts there. Then the little skinny piece, the 1 1/8 width, we're going to turn that sideways and cut it at 3 3/8. Yep. Okay, and then the other piece, we're going to turn it sideways and cut that at 2 3/8. Now, this piece here, looking at that, that is very nearly square. So this is where I got myself caught a couple of times. It's very nearly square. It's actually 2.5 by 2 3/8, so it's really, really squarish. You want to have it sort of the lengthways. Keep it lengthways. If you flip it, you're going to find your paper's not going to fit properly. Okay, so we've got our 4 pieces cut there. And if you're one of the ladies that does my course, you'll know that that is in the PDF there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's in the PDF. Okay. Now, with these classes, with my Funfold classes, I usually sell my PDF separately, so people overseas or people who don't have all their own stuff and don't need the kits can buy them separately. When I do a Funfold, I don't generally sell, when I do a paper stack or something like that, one sheet wonder or something, generally don't sell the PDF because it's there's not a lot to it. It tends to be 1 page. But if you would like to grab this one, please reach out and I'll pop it through to you. There we go. So that's our 4 pieces of paper all cut to the right sizes. What I'm going to do now is grab a piece of black cardstock and I'm going to cut that down. That's going to be our first layer. And reminding myself what the distance, the outside layers are 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. 3 7/8, and I want 4 of them. 4, 1 for each card. 3 7/8. Now, I don't know, ladies here who use the Stampin' Up! Cardstock, does your trimmer blade suffer terribly when you use black cardstock? I don't know what it is, it's just the black, but it always ends up, it sort of dulls my blade and it goes all furry. You end up having to change your blade a lot more than you should when you're using black. Or is that just me, or is it just me being paranoid? But yeah, it always seems to be just with black cardstock. Then if I use a lot of it, I have to change my blade a lot more. I actually end up cutting it on my guillotine just to avoid having to change the blade. Okay, so, right, now we've got our 4. I'm going to pop those very carefully down the back. They're our 4 layers, our 4 card layers. So what I'm going to do now is sort our designer series paper so that each layer has 1 of each design and 1 of each size. So, you know, hopefully it doesn't double up too much. And I find the easiest way to do this is to go 1, 2, it doesn't matter which way you go as long as you're consistent. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we're going to sort these guys between each of those layers. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll start with this one. And we'll start at 2 this time. So we'll go 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so we'll grab another one and we'll start here at 3, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then obviously the last one will start here on number 4. 4, 1, 2, 3. So we've done that. All of them should have a different colour in each of the sizes, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now, if you decide for some reason, although that looks wrong, no, that's wrong. Julianne, those 2 are wrong. So that one should be, I knew somehow I'd do it. They're the same, they're right, they're right. This one's got 2 of those and 2 of those. So what do I need to do? I need to swap that with that. Oy, oy, oy. Anyway, there you go. So much for that theory. But anyway, we fixed it. We fixed it. Although they look very similar, they are different. Okay, so there we are. So each of the cards has a different shape of a different style, pattern on it. Now, as I was saying, if you decide for one particular card you don't like, say, this one, you can always flip it over and use the other side if you think the other side would be more appropriate. And Laurie's saying, yeah, that's it, black cardstock. I don't know whether it's because it's coarser or it's something to do with the dye, or it's the dye, D-Y-E, not dye as in dye. Yeah, it always does, wreaks terrible havoc with my blade, and obviously I'm not alone. It's yeah, as I say, when I'm cutting it, like so I've got black in a class, I tend to swap over to my guillotine to cut it because I just don't want to risk the damage to the blade. And blades are expensive enough, aren't they? Anyway, all good. So what I'm going to do now is just in the orders that I've popped them there, I'm going to add them to the card base. As I said, make sure this one goes on wide ways rather than lengthways. And you can just sort of fiddle it a bit, just try with the glue. Obviously our glue will give you that little bit of wriggle room. Just wiggle it a bit to get the borders the same, left, right, top, bottom, and as straight as you can. You'll notice that the card bases, or the layers, is actually a little bit longer than I would be. New Julianne's trying to use all her cardstock, and I'm using, for ones where I think I can, I'm using the whole length or the whole half of an A4 rather than mucking around with extra leftovers. But don't you just love that black? That black with the purple and the pink is pretty special. As much as black does horrible things to my trimmer blades. Okay, so there we are. That's number one. And they're all going to be different because they've all got different patterns in them in different positions. So, yeah, so let's just keep doing this. So we had 4 pieces, didn't we? Yeah, 4 pieces of designer series paper, 4 cut into 4 pieces, and we get 4 cards. There's a bit of a pattern going there. If you had 3 pieces of designer series paper and you cut them into 3 pieces, you'd get 3 cards. So that's your choice. You can make, I think 5. You'd be getting up 5. It'd start to get a bit confusing, I reckon. But 4 is definitely doable. So we've got that there. Now, part of me is desperate to pop these through an embossing folder, which is how I roll a lot of the time. But I'm going to resist. I'm not going to pop them through an embossing folder. I will show you one that I made separately that did have an embossing folder involved. I'll show you that shortly. Getting ready for my launch at the moment. I'm popping together the samples. I do try to avoid showing a lot of brand new stuff just in public like this before I get my launch out of the way, mostly because I feel bad that ladies are paying me money to see some brand new product, and if I've already shown it here, it's not brand new product anymore. I know a lot of demonstrators are out there at the moment showing brand new stuff, but from me, my launch ladies get the first look, and then after launch is over, I'll start showing it here as well. It just seems, to me, it seems a bit of a rip-off that they're paying me to see it, and then I've already shown it in public like this. But I will show stuff that is returning, like our lovely stamp set that we're using, With You in Mind. I'm going to show that. And the Nested Essentials we're using as well is also returning. So I'm happy to show that because they've been in the public domain, so to speak, for quite some time. But brand new stuff will I'll show at launch first. Yeah, so if you want to come along to launch, you're very welcome to come and see it first, or at least with me first. can't expect lots of other demos to do the same, but so you can probably find a lot of stuff out there, but after launch for me. Okay, so we've got 4 already done. I think they are just so bright and so fun. That is so good. I actually did want to show you this one particular with our hat with you in mind, because I wanted to show you how versatile it was. I mean, obviously we've got the flowers with the first batch that I did, wherever they got to. Where did my flowers get to? With the flowers with the first batch, and it just looks fine. It just fits in with the flowers, the floral, a little bit more feminine, and it's perfect. So I thought, well, I'm going to show you that it works just as well with the bright, fun sort of ones as well. So there you go. So that's why I decided to change it up a bit. So I don't know if any of my ladies are actually doing their fun folds along with us or their kits along with us, but anyway, you'll be able to do it once you've watched this as well, although the video is there as well. Okay, so as backing, I've got 2 sheets of Melon Mambo, and I think that's really good together. There you go. These are going to be our card bases. I haven't cut them yet. As I say, New Julienne isn't wasting any cardstock because it's just too expensive to waste. So we're going all the way to 5 7/8, which is half a sheet or pretty much close to. And then we'll score them at, I probably should have scored them first, score them at 4 1/8, which is 10 1/2. I will pop some white in aside. I'll grab my white in a second. So that's a slightly larger card base to my normal, but as I say, there's no waste sitting on the ground behind me, which I love, except that's got a little bit of a curly bit at the end. We'll survive. I've had a really great weekend as far as fundraising is concerned. I popped a little table outside with some seedlings and some handmade cards and some what I was calling olive starter kits. We have a little 4 or 5 olive trees out the backyard, and this year it seems to be actually full. So I thought, oh, what I'll do is I'll put together some olives with some instructions about how to preserve them and sell them, so which I have, and it's been really great. I think, what did we sell yesterday? 7 jars yesterday, so that was a nice overall. I think it was a nice $50 from my cards and my plants and everything, and the olives. A nice $50 for the Cancer Council, which is great. And the Cancer Council were wonderful when Dad got sick a few years ago. They were a wonderful resource, so they deserve all good things. Okay, so we've got our card bases. We're just going to add our cards. So I'm going to have 2, same as we did with the others. I'm going to have 2 as landscape and 2 as portrait. So this is the way, 2 that way and 2 this way. With the ones that I'm going to have landscape, I mucked it up with the originals, and I popped the little, well, I think I mucked it up. I put the little strip at the top, which to me made the card a little bit unbalanced. So I'm going to put the little thinner strip at the bottom this time. It'd only take a fellow card maker to know what I meant when I said it was unbalanced. But it was, in my eyes. There we are. So that's 1, and just random, doesn't really matter too much. This is our second one for landscape. So if you join my team, the Chatty Stampers, here in Australia, the Chatty Stampers, I do actually, if you do join, I actually pop the PDFs for all my classes up into the group so that the team can access them for nothing, just as a perk of being a team member. I think I've missed the last couple, so guys, don't go online and say, no, she doesn't, she's a liar. Liar, pants on fire. No, I know I've missed the last couple, which I'll rectify. But yes, that's just a team thing that I do. we're having a meeting. We're going to be doing some crafting together on Tuesday night to celebrate the new catalogue coming in. So, yeah, I think they're not just my team, they're my friends. And I think we're at the nice sort of size where everyone, it's not too big. So I know everyone, we celebrate birthdays and things like that as well. So when I remember to do the birthdays, yeah. Sometimes you join big teams and you just get swallowed up and nobody knows you. But hopefully my team is a little bit more personal than that, because it's not as big as some. Well, it's still a nice size. Okay, there we go. So that's our 4 cards. I've got 2 portrait and 2 landscape. So let's pop these sentiments on and see how they look. Okay, so as I say, I was going to use the nested essential dies. And let's see if I use the same one. Now, sadly, with the nested essential dies, the Happy Birthday and Thinking of You are both a wee bit big for the, they're right size for this die, but in my view, this die is too big for the cards. You're basically covering everything over if you use a die that big for your sentiment. So this is me just being a little bit picky. I'm going to use the next size down, which is the one that I've used on the original cards. Still can fit in the thank you and the best wishes sentiment, so there's not a problem there. If you wanted to use a happy birthday, I'll show you a card in a minute where I've actually popped the happy birthday on something very similar, and I've just cut it down so that it doesn't take up so much space. But I'm going to use this one here with our best wishes and thank you. And then I'm going to pop these cards into envelopes and pop them at the front for my fundraising. So if anyone wants to come and get these cards and you live near Bellreeve, you can come and buy them from me. There you go. So I'm going to use this as the card bases were Melon Mumbo. I'm going to use Melon Mumbo for our sentiments as well. What I might do is grab some white. I haven't even got, getting a bit cheeky in my old age. I hadn't actually got the white out hadn't done them already. So I've got some white here again, saving it like there's no tomorrow because it's not cheap. Now, I think probably if you hang around Stampin' Up pages, you will realise that cardstock is increasing in price as of Tuesday. If you would like to purchase before Tuesday, stock up, get the old price, then I'd probably suggest you did so. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Everything in life seems to be going up, and especially when it's being imported from overseas to here in the Australian market. We are a bit of a victim to exchange rates, economic climates, etc., etc. I shan't mention too much, but yeah, so yeah, Tuesday the prices will go up, but you can stock up in the next few days. So that's our inside ones. I'll probably let those. And now, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. Okay, I'm going to do these little sentiment boxes. Will I get 4 in there? Yeah, I will. So what's the width of that? About 2. That's right. Yep, that's 2. Let's grab the embossing machine. Cut and emboss. Another great thing that you could buy with your starter kit if you want to upgrade your cut and emboss machine, she says, walking away. With my revamped craft room setup, I had to, just forgive me. with my revamped craft room setup. I've had to move where everything is and I couldn't remember where I put my plates. Hopefully you can hear me because I'm standing up. I'm out of the range of my mic. But that's okay. My voice isn't quiet and timid by any stretch. Okay, so I want 4 of these. Thank you, Susan. One. Two. I could have cut these all at once before anyone pops on and says you could have cut 2 at a time. Yes, I probably could have. Folded the paper in half, but I wasn't sure I was going to get 4 lengthways, but yes, I will have got 4 lengthways, so I could have done that. And the last one. Okay, 4 little sentiment boxes. We'll do 2, same as I did before, 2 best wishes and 2, what was the other one? Thank yous. Grab my block. I have every time you seem to get a, every time you do buy a stamping kit from Stamping Up, one of the card kits, you get one of these blocks. And they're very, very handy, but oh my goodness, I've got so many of them. I've decided to give them away. If you do one of my beginners courses, I will give you one of these blocks, brand new, not used, straight out of the kit. And there's a little roll of double-sided tape there as well, of tear and tape. So that's sort of a bonus if you do the starter kit. I think I've got 6 or 7 there ready to be popped in. So, yeah. So if you are doing the starter course and you think, oh, I'll have to go and buy some blocks, if you 4th or 5th, up to 4th or 5th, you'll get the block for nothing. So it's a bit of a bonus just while I get rid of some of these extras that I've got. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, at least 10 that I use, and another 6 or 7 that I'm giving away with the beginners courses. So, yeah, it's even better value. So 2 best wishes and 2 thank yous. I think that one's a bit crooked, but we can live with it. Okay, so there we are. Okay. Deb's saying we have a great time in the Teamer. I think we do. If you're in my card making group and you are doing our current swap, you'll notice that the theme for our swap is DEB, which is Designer Series Paper, Embellishments and Birthday. So you need to create cards with that theme. DEB is actually in honour of our Deb, who's just commented on there, must be watching along with us. It's in honour of her birthday next month, June. Yeah, so DEB is Deb, and that's why we've popped that theme in for our swap. So if you have a favourite Deb, I have a couple. I have one, my favourite cousin is called Deb. My favourite team member's called Deb. No, I don't mean that. Not one of my favourite team members is called Deb. So that's why we've picked that theme for swap. And I've left those a little bit long. Right width, wrong length. Did I cut them too long? Okay, yeah, I did. Take another 1/8 of an inch off that. Now I'm going to pop some bling in. Deb's not here to remind me to pop the bling in, but I will. I'll pop some bling on. Now that I've worked out all my current bling and what I can use, it's from the current stock. We'll see what I use. There we go. I'm going to pop the sentiments up on some dimensionals. Finish these off with a little slither of cardstock. With designer series paper, I mean. I think next month is Beck. We decided these, I'm talking about swap themes, Beck, and I can't remember what Beck was, B-E, was it blue embossed? I can't remember now, Beck. But Beck was that was in honour of our friend Rebecca, whose birthday is also next month. And you could tell we were in Brisbane at On Stage. We were sitting somewhere having coffee or too much wine or something, and we were thinking about what we should do as swap themes. And I think Beck and Deb came up in one of the sillier moments that we had. It was a very fun time. Another thing we did do together as a team, which was absolutely a ball, was go to On Stage. Anyway, a little bit too much wine or cocktails or whatever it was that Naomi was feeding us at one stage. Yeah, it's amazing what silliness ensued. Okay, hang on. Dimensionals, there we go, dimensionals. Okay, so I'm going to pop, as I say, pop these up on dimensionals. So hopefully we'll all get to On Stage again in Sydney in March next year. I think there's a couple that are keen on joining that didn't come with us last time. We'll definitely get there, try and stay all at the same place. Somewhere with a pool maybe, that would be good. And a bar downstairs would be even better. Not that we drink all the time, we do. Lots of crafting as well. But we did have fun. Okay, nearly done. Yeah, Jen's just said she loves the colours. Yes, I thought they'd go well together. They went well in my brain, and I'm pleased because I think they're coming together quite nicely. I love that deep pink with the purple. The gorgeous grape, I suppose it would be in the paper. The next one I'm going to show you, I'm not going to do the whole thing because you've seen the process now. I'm sure you don't need me to show it to you again, but, oh, which way is this one? This one is that way. But I'm going to show you one I did with the new in colours, which I'm very excited about. You can say, Julianne, you get excited about everything, but yeah, that's probably true. Okay, so there we have our sentiments on. And let's see what we're going to do with our embellishments. What have we got here that might go well? We've got these new, they're coming soon, strawberry slush, I can say it, and pretty in pink. I wonder how they would go. That's one possibility. We've also got the new pearls, that might be a possibility as well. These are the ones I used on the ones with the flowers, so they're low profile dots. They've got sort of a pretty gold. We'll see if that goes as well. What else have we got? Pearls, I don't think so. Oh, these are cute. These are Druzzy adhesive backed embellishments. They've got sort of a gorgeous silver and gold there. We'll see how they go. Or we could just use our, I haven't got enough of those. Look, I'm running out. I have to buy some more iridescent faceted gems. No purple. No. Well, we've got our rhinestones as well, haven't we? Our good old favourite rhinestones. Let's try those as well. Okay, so let's see. What do we reckon? Let's check to see if the strawberry slush is the right sort of pink. Oh, that's not bad. I think I've got a winner straight off. Okay, so these are in the upcoming catalogue, I think. Either that or an online exclusive. But anyway, they're on pre-order. They're the strawberry slush. I'm going to have trouble with that for like 12 months, I'm afraid. Strawberry slush and pretty in pink gems. You can see there it's pink, and they've got a nice sort of tinsel in them, so they have a really nice glimmer. I think I might use those. I think another option would have been these Druzzy adhesive backed. I think the silver would have been really nice, and the pink from that one or that. But we'll go these first off. Winner off the top. Okay, so we'll use these ones. Look at that, perfect. I'm not generally a pink person. Anyone who knows me probably knows I never dress in pink, ever. She says ever. She's trying to think whether she does or not. I don't have a lot of pink clothes, if any. Not a pink person. But I do. I'm slowly being won over with some of these gorgeous pink colours. I'm a blue girl. Anyone knows? Probably what? Because I had boys, I think. Pink wasn't big in my family. Bows weren't big in my family. Tying a bow, oh my goodness. You know I struggle with that. Okay, so 3 of these on each of those, just in a triangle-ish sort of shape. Yeah, they are pretty, very pretty gems. So even if you didn't use the pink, there's sort of a champagne-y colour that you get as well. So, you know, and you tend to, the champagne ones and all the clear ones tend to take on the colour of the card around them, which is a real godsend sometimes. Okay, so that's the 4 cards done. It's pretty quick to do 4 cards in the time that we've just done that, and I've cut everything from scratch, so that's pretty good, really. As I said, and we have actually I've done all the insides and everything. What I'll do is these 4 little skinny leftovers that I've got, I'll pop those inside so we don't waste. Where are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, and that still leaves us with these 4 sort of leftovers as well that you could definitely make. They're a nice card size. There goes my phone. Yeah, so anyway, that's our 4 from our paper stack. So the ladies who have got their kits that have been delivered, there you go. That's how you do those, and hopefully you love them as much as I do when they're done. So that's the ones we've done today. These are the ones I did yesterday, so slightly different, but as you can say, you know, the stamp set is great. The sentiments just they go from bright and cheery to soft and feminine, just like that. Yeah, so it's a wonderful, even just for the sentiment, that with you in mind is an absolutely awesome set. But okay, so hopefully there you go. That's the cards for today. Just wanted to show you one that I popped together and there'll be 3 of them because it's 3 sheets of designer series, 3 sheets of cardstock this time, cut 3 ways to make 3 cards, and this is just one of them. So as you can see here, I haven't used designer series paper, I just used cardstock, and I've used all of our new in colours. So if you haven't seen our new in colours, these are them. That's Darling Duckling, I think it's sort of a slightly greeny shift on the yellow. It's not a yellow. We've got Timid Tiger, which is a softer orange than our pumpkin pie, but slightly softer. Strawberry Slush, which you've just seen here. And the card base is Secret Sea, which looks blackish, but it's a deep blue. It's really, really nice. It's one of my favourites. And the sentiment is on Cloud Cover. So that's a sort of a soft blue as well. So there you go. And I've stamped it with the Secret Sea. And here you can see I've used those Druzzy. If I'm saying that right, apologies if I'm not. Yes, those little sequin gems there. And I've used the Happy Birthday. So in this case, I wanted to use the Happy Birthday, but I didn't want it to cover the whole card. So I basically stamped it and chopped it down into 2 pieces. So it is on there, but you can still see a lot of the card as well. And you might see I've actually popped that through an embossing folder. And this is, I think, going to be my new favourite embossing folder. It's the mini corrugated embossing folder. Basically says what it does what it says, and it adds that awesome corrugation to the cardstock as well. And you can see here that I've actually, from each of those layers, I've actually stamped them within the same coloured ink with a different image from the stamp set. So the stars, the flowers, and the hearts there as well. So there you go. So that one's 3 pieces of cardstock cut 3 ways to get 3 cards. So there'll be a slight variation on that. So there we are. So that's how you can go with the paper stack. 3 cards, 3 pieces, and 4 cards, which we've just done today. So, okay, guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. Thanks for joining me. Have the great rest of your weekend. If you're interested in that joining offer, this has got a wobble and it's really annoying me. If you're interested in that joining offer, please reach out. I can provide you with any information you may need about that. Great opportunity to join Stampin' Up and save. You not just get that great joining offer, you get a 20% discount as long as you remain active. If you'd like to know what that means or how much that translates to, please reach out and I will let you know. But anyway, great to see you all today. Thanks for comments, and if there's any questions, I'll pop back and answer them as we go. Reach out if you'd like to know anything about those products. Please pay for your launch if you haven't already, because as I say, I'm going to start ordering that stuff on Tuesday. Big exciting day. Paper share ladies, last couple were waiting for your paper shares. I'll order those on Tuesday as well when the catalogue goes live. So if you're waiting on paper share, they will be out to you as soon as possible as well. So great to see you all. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great week. And I'll see you all again.